We're just waiting on Harold.
Alrighty folks, we are here again on the World of Outlaw game, now going to Texas Motor Speedway here as we enter the second half of the regular season in RD's Extreme Dirt Racing League here in the 410 Sprints. Just to touch on quickly, sorry that these videos have kind of been out of chronological order and that, you know, when I've done the races, on some days, especially on the weekends, it's more convenient for me to upload certain leagues over the others. Like for example, this league is a lot more easy to upload because the videos are shorter, which means shorter upload time, which means it doesn't really get in the way when I'm trying to practice or compete in league races on the weekend. So, I mean, they're still happening in chronological order, as in you're seeing the races in the league in the row, obviously. You know, I'm not going to post round 7 then round 5 or some shit like that, but, you know, I'm not going, you know, RD, SRL, HDE, you know, in that order, kind of like as it would happen in real life. But you guys get the idea what I'm saying. It's just, like I said, all for uploading convenience. Basically, I chose that this would be a better way to do it, to just upload what I can, rather than upload it in real life chronological order when they happened, and then it have much less frequent uploads. So, if that's something you guys don't like, you know, let me know in the comments. Hey, I would rather you see your league races in the order that you do them, and even if it means, you know, cutting the upload times in half, or the upload frequency in half. But like I said, I doubt that that's going to be an issue anyone cares about. So heading into this race here at Texas Motor Speedway, you're seeing our qualifying right here. I'm just trying to get a really good run for one final lap. And we have a really tough group, a lot of really fast guys in our group, and Texas is not a very hard track to drive in this game, which means there isn't going to be much variance in the lap times. And I feel like I nailed my lap there, right at the end of my last lap. Quick Weasel's in here, he's quick. Hag Bombs, ACGI Flex, I think you saw was in. No, I'm sorry, Bevo's in here. Sean Rad, Marky. You know, there's tons of studs in this group. So going into this, I thought, oh geez, you know, I got a really tough group here. But the bright side of that is that it's gonna get me ready for the rest of the event really well. Let's say things don't go good in this group, you know, by comparison, when the groups merge for the B and A main, you know, a lot of the rest of the competition is going to be a little bit easier by comparison. So, kind of getting thrown right into the blender right away in this one. And this little pause while we wait to see where we line up, where our qualifying lap puts us. Well, we're actually about to see it right now. I want to take the time to announce another event that I'll be competing in. We'll actually be competing in it this Sunday as of the time of me recording this video. And you can see, yes, 6 out of 7 with that lap. A 10.8 with the fastest time being a high 10.6. 12 100ths of a second separate nearly the entire grid. With the exception of Bangin' Aces being 3/10ths off the pace of me in 6. The top 6 are separated by 12 100ths. Unfucking believable. Just shows the level of play in this league and in this group. It's a wild group. And speaking of this event I'm talking about, Sean Rad in this group, you can see on the screen. He is hosting a World of Outlaws Chili Bowl event that will take place in the 360 Sprints slider setups on Prairie View Speedway. It'll be going on 2 days from now, from when I'm recording this on a Friday. It'll be going on this Sunday for me. And yeah, that's going to be a fun one-off event with cash prizes, $100 on the line, top 4 finishing in the money. It's going to be a fun time. I'm liking doing a lot more of these bigger one-off events throughout the course of the year. I know of at least 4 more of these kind of one-off events I'll be doing in 2023, which I'm going to try to make into videos. It might be difficult for some because I would be driving very long stints, a little bit hint of what is coming. But nonetheless, we'll be starting at 6 in this group. And yeah, really excited to get into this one. And yeah, it's another race for you guys to look out for if you enjoy seeing content of me racing on this game, the 360 Sprints at Prairie View, the in-game, the In the World of Outlaws game Chili Bowl event hosted by Sean Rad. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that one. It's going to be a lot of fun. It'll be the first time I'm doing an online race in the 360 Sprints, actually. I have good experience driving them from the career mode, though, even though it's not a one-to-one representation. But yeah, going to stop rambling on about that one. I'm excited. It's going to be a lot of fun. I have a lot of races to look forward to this weekend. it is going to be a fun one. And as we head into our heat race, top 3 move on to the A main as there is 4 groups tonight. Top 2 move on to the dash. That's Sean Rad and the 55 beside us. We get a decent start. That white, green, and pink livery ahead of me, that's one of the Australians. He goes up a little high. We get up under him, and right away we have decent race pace. Bevo has had a little bit of a disconnection there. He is a ghost car, and we're getting underneath a lot of people not driving too hot off the start. We're being consistent in our lap times, and we've really made up a lot of positions here at the start of this heat race. We got the 87K right below us. I believe that is Marky Mark, if I remember correctly. Could be wrong, though, on that one. And we've cleared him a little bit on the outside, and we slot into P2 right behind Bevo. He's going to put the slide job up into us, make contact with us, and put us up into the high side. Not the cleanest pass by him. He could have just rode a little bit higher into that corner, ducked underneath on the exit, and just made the pass cleanly. But, you know, they got to do these damage off merchant kind of passes on us because that's just what they do. Nonetheless, we're in P3, over halfway into this heat race, and we're still in a position that will move us right into the A main, which is obviously what we want. We've made ourselves a regular and appearing in the A mains in this league. We're going to keep that going. A little bit of touch by Marky Mark there on the exit, and he's just going to keep on the throttle. I'm sorry, Marky Mark, it's Sean Rad, and he just keeps on the throttle, puts us in the wall. He apologizes for that one. He messaged me after the race. Yeah. That was a mistake by him. Got caught up on me, but yeah, nonetheless, it does suck for us. That puts us all the way down in 5th place. With only 1 lap to go into heat, that is going to be our heat race done and dusted. We're going to be P5 in this very tough group. We had a good opportunity to move out of this group into the A main, which would have been absolutely massive for this event for us. But again, affected by contact, and it's going to be to the B main for us. But like I said, with the high competition I just faced in this group, I was feeling really confident in my ability to be able to advance out of the B main coming up. But as I'm in 5th place in my group, and the 4th place driver is also moving on into the B main, we're not even going to be starting, you know, right up at the front in the B main. We're going to be a little bit in the middle of the group. But my strategy going into this is going to be knowing a lot of the B main people have trouble with consistency. So if I just stay patient, wait for them to make a mistake, stick to my potential of pace, just race my own race, I should be able to make up the positions with little to no issue. As long as luck goes our way, we don't get caught up in more incidents. So as we go green here, starting 5th out of 13 drivers here in the B main. Stacked event here tonight at Texas. 39 goes beneath us, just about makes contact with us, but keeps it clean. Clear the cars that were on the outside lane. We're immediately up into P3, and remember, in this league, only the top 3 from the mains move on to the next main. Gotta get in the top 3. No top 5s onto the next main, like in regular dirt racing. A lot more strict. They really weed it down quickly in RD racing. You really gotta be on your shit just to make an A main in this game, in this league. And yeah, we are up into P3. We get to the inside of the... I didn't see the number of that car, but then the 39 gets up underneath us. So we're just trading positions back and forth, a wild battle. I make a mistake there and get myself up into the wall, so I'm going to lose another position, and I slot back to 5th. The good thing, though, is that the top 6 of us have stepped away from the rest of the field. And now it's getting wild. The 86 is going to do a slide job. He's going to make contact with the red car, and that's going to give me 2 positions for free. I kind of got on the shitty lane there for a couple laps where one car overtook me, and that put me kind of off the racing line, which just set me up for another car to overtake me. I fell all the way back to 6th in that manner, but with 2 cars in front of me getting caught up with each other, gave me free positions back into P4 in this one. Now I just need 1 more position to advance myself into the A main. I was definitely going to be really disappointed if I didn't get into the A main of this one, as I felt really solid and consistent with my pace, and I knew I had the pace to make the A main. Especially the way that we got put into the B main in the first place, I would have been extremely irritated to have my race end this way. But as you can see, we are gaining on the rest of the drivers in this main. We're getting right to the back of this red and black car in front of us. Can't quite make out the number there. And with 4 laps to go, I gotta make the move happen here on the 22, that is. He gets off his line a little bit. We're going to be patient here. Try to get good traction on the exit to get underneath him. We're going to just about be able to get underneath him with 3 laps to go. We'll give him the space on the outside. He gets a little loose on the exit. That throws off our line going into this corner. We're still going side by side for over a lap now. Great racing by both of us. With 2 laps to go, he has great grip on the outside, great setup on his car to be able to still have pace there on the outside. I touched the apron a little bit, and we're still side by side now for over 2 laps, and it's the last lap, and whoever finishes in front between both of us is going to advance to the A main. We get clear of him on the back stretch around the final corner, and after an amazing battle, we just beat Hoosier 22K to the line. Amazing battle. Props to him for giving me a good clean battle, and we get that position we needed to advance to the A main. Wow, I got a feel for him though. He raced great, and to lose out on the A main, like, that's got to be rough. But again, respect for racing me clean. I haven't had that too much in this league so far. But now, nonetheless, on to the A main. We start in dead last as we are the last car to advance from the B main. Get a great start, gain a couple positions immediately. We're going to hug the inside and avoid the incidents happening early on. You see people getting loose ahead. One car going all the way down into the inside fence. We get hit in the butt by RPM. That's going to push us up into the outside. We're 3 wide here. We're going to hold it on the outside, scrape the wall because we suck. And yeah, just going to try to slot in here, and I'm really hoping the field can spread out. We can kind of just get out of this scramble part and do what we did in the B main, which is just slowly gain on the cars ahead of us that we have more pace than. We're going to slot right behind RPM here in 11th place. Already gained 4 positions at the start of this one, and still plenty of laps to work with here. I get into the back of RPM a little bit mistake. I think he checked up a little bit to give the car ahead room on the outside. Just wasn't anticipating it, but I let off the throttle, didn't hook on his rear bumper, and caused too much of an issue there. The car just having trouble sticking it to the bottom of the track, or maybe that's the line he wants to run, but nonetheless, not the fastest way around this track. Another position for RPM, also another position for me. We are up in the P10. Still 23 laps to go in this one, and as you can see, we are a little bit quicker than RPM here, the M1 in front of us, and we are hopefully going to be able to make this move happen on him sooner rather than later, so we can start catching up on that gaggle of 3 cars just up ahead. You can see he's not quite as smooth, not quite keeping the car perfectly straight on the straightaways, which is where he's losing a little bit of time. We're going to touch the apron though and have to back out of it. Respect his space on the outside. We're just going to have to reset and look for another opportunity to make the pass happen on him. Just like Murray Walker used to say when he commentated in F1, catching a car is one thing, but passing them is a whole nother thing. We got the pace to be a little bit quicker than him, but is it going to be enough pace to be able to make any kind of an overtake done on him? Like I said, every lap that ticks by without me passing him, I'm losing time to be able to pass him and catch up to that group of 3 cars ahead that I feel like I'm quicker than. But at the same time, I have to remain patient and not overextend myself and make a mistake that costs me a lot more than the 1 position I'm trying to gain here. And still, to put things in perspective, we're not even halfway through this race yet. RPM goes a little high in that corner. We're able to get a little bit underneath. He scrapes the wall on the outside very late on the straightaway, so he's not able to get the turn in that he would want into the corner. And that's going to give us the opportunity to take the position. We're now up into P9 and starting the second half of the race here. Let's see if we can catch up to this group of 3 cars ahead. As the laps will tick on, we're now on lap 23. You can see we are slowly gaining on the cars ahead. We're catching back up to Sean Rad, who made contact with us in the heat race, so I was really hoping to get this position back on him in the A main. He went a little bit wide last time into turns 3 and 4, which helped us make up more time on him. We're getting really close to him now with just 6 laps remaining in this one. Still within half a lap of the leader, so happy overall with the pace that I got. But yeah, as this race is going on, looks like gaining too many more positions is going to be out of reach, unless if there's a caution, because we are always great off the restarts with the traction. But if there is no caution, it looks like only gaining 1 more position is what we'll be able to do in this one. But every bit of points counts in this league, especially when you only got 10 rounds to work with in the season. Still plenty of rounds to have a nice long season, 2.5 months, but man, 1 bad race can really put you out of position in points if you're in a tight points battle with someone. And ever since our bad start in the beginning of the league, we've been rapidly gaining positions as we've made ourselves a regular appearer in the A mains. But with 1 lap to go, we've got a great run down the front stretch. Can we do what we did in the B main and make a last lap pass here on Sean Rad? But going into 3 and 4, we're not quite close enough to get underneath. He doesn't make any mistakes. Not able to get our man. And we're going to come across the line in P9. Not bad, all things considered, with how many positions we had to gain from the B main and up into the A main. But yeah, it was a little bit of an irritating one there because of, you know, that could have been the position that we started the A main in, but instead we had to use the entirety of the B main and all the A main just to claw back to where we should have just started in the first place. But that's racing, and again, I'm happy with the pace that I've had and the improvements I've made in making setups. So, that's going to be it for this one. We will catch you guys next time in round 7 as we wind down to the last 4 rounds of this championship.